Good time of day, guys. My name is Godzi, and welcome back to another episode of Wonderful Everyday. Last episode, we got the second ending to the game, aptly called Wonderful Everyday, and had to deal with a lot of bullshit with Hasaki beforehand. I did not really like that very much. And as I was told in the comments, the shit with Hasaki is really the main reason why it's better to do the Hill of Sunflowers ending beforehand. And yeah, I agree. I mean, at the very least, like, I'm gonna speak very generally about the H scenes in this game. Personally, it kind of bugs me that they're there. They're fine from what this game is, but, like, as far as putting this game on YouTube, kind of sucks, because it's just more work for me, and I'm a lazy piece of shit, so, you know. But in the grand scheme of things, the Yuki H scene in Jabberwocky it was pretty easy to censor, all things considered. It wasn't really all that bad. And yeah, it makes more sense for Tomo-sane and Yuki to have that kind of relationship than Tomo-sane and his fucking sister. So, yeah. So, yeah, all that's left then is to get the secret ending, which as far as I know is the last ending, and then we're gonna have to go back into Jabberwocky II to see what else is different. So, yeah, I was told I have to go back through Jabberwocky from the very beginning, so I'm just gonna let the game skip through shit while I talk, so that I have to edit less, you know? I forget how far into the choice is, but there should be a new third choice, from what I've been told. Or the choices should be different somehow. I have no idea. But, yeah, I don't know what to expect with a secret ending, but I don't know. We'll see. We will see, indeed, how different it is. So, yeah. Anything else I can talk about? Because now I'm running out of justifications to actually continue recording instead of just cutting while I'm skipping through the entirety of fucking Jabberwocky. So, yeah. Oh yeah, this scene. That scene's so interesting to think about, seriously. Like, the way that they make that scene, like, it appears in It's My Own Invention, and there's all that, it just feels like a bunch of bullshit. It's just like, why the fuck is this the scene that has to happen before Tomo-sane is introduced for the first time? That's really weird, but it does create, like, a sense of remorse that you'll have for Takagi at the time. And then they show it again in Jabberwocky, and you're like, alright, this makes more sense, because now we know Tomo-sane, Yuki, and Takagi are all the same person. And then you think about it again, after learning that Tomo-sane is the initial real personality, and it's even weirder to think about now. So, yeah. It's very interesting. It's one of the more interesting scenes in the game. And as far as H scenes go in this game, I guess that's one of the more story important ones. So, yeah. I mean, the only other ones I can really think of are, like, maybe the scene with Kagami in It's My Own Invention, because that scene it's pretty annoying. Honestly, it's super over the top for no really good reason. But then they just do it anyways. But then you learn that Kagami is actually Hasaki's rabbit doll. So, yeah, there's that. Miu, what a fucking character. Yeah, she exists. Yeah. Come to think of it, why the fuck even is Miu a character in this game? Just as, like, a catch-all extra character for classroom scenes on occasion? to, like, explain a few more things, like, okay. Because he doesn't do anything. Granted, a lot of the characters in this game don't fucking do anything, so, yeah, alright, choice. Ah, okay, yep. Who cares about that? Huh. So, Tomosane being Tomosane is going to result in a secret ending, huh? Alright, here we go. Who cares about that? Oh well, not my problem. It is too your problem, Tomo-Nisan. Yuki, I'm getting out. Huh? You haven't washed your hair yet. Shut up. Oh, wow. I left the bathroom in a hurry. When I left, I turned and saw that Yuki had already disappeared. She was overdoing it. Why would she force herself to stay for something dumb like this? Okay. So, how will that change shit? Are there gonna be any other differences? Dots. Okay, nope, this is all the same for now. Right, the scene where you're trying to beat up Takuji. Okay, what was I talking about before? Because I had a train of thought and I lost it. I know I was initially talking about, the H scene where Tomosane appears for the first time. And then I was talking about... Oh, okay, different. I wanted to be with Yuki, just like this, but I couldn't do that. There was something I had to do. Oh, I finally understood my purpose. Ooh, okay. Okay, Oh yeah, I was talking about how some characters don't really do anything in the grand scheme of the game. Like, really just the characters on the little bar, then Tomosane, Master, and Kimura are, like, the only characters who actually do anything. And then there's just all the extras. So, yeah. I mean, I guess, yeah, there weren't really any extras as far as female characters go. Like, there's Kiyokawa and Senegawa, but even then, they have at least a little bit. And Yasuko. But Yasuko, like, her purpose is that she's younger than the rest, so, yeah. I guess there is a need for Miu in order to explain some shit just by having an extra classmate. So, yeah, but why wouldn't they just use Kiyoshi, then? I mean, I guess because Kiyoshi's kind of antagonistic to Takuji. So, yeah. And vice versa, Tomosane to Kiyoshi. So I have no idea. But then why the fuck do... Okay, the conversation with Kiyoshi and Yuki in Down the Rabbit Hole 2, how the hell do you explain that? Like, oh, epilepsy warning. Yeah, I don't know how the fuck you would explain that, because Kiyoshi at that point should be afraid of oh fuck, I forgot that I have to censor that. Well, I could just put a whole fucking black screen over that. When was that? That was like at 8:20. Okay. Kimura, where are my sticky notes? There they are. Okay, nothing has been different much at all. So I can just go straight into Jabberwocky 2, right? Alright, I'm probably just gonna cut eventually until something's different. So, yeah, right, one at like 8:20. Hopefully there's nothing more that I'll have to censor, so... Yeah, I mean, we're coming up on the end of Jabberwocky right now anyways. So, I have no idea. Alright. And then it ends. Okay. So, I guess I'm just gonna cut right here. And I'll be back when we see anything different at all in Jabberwocky 2, so, yeah. Okay, so here we are, towards the end of the chapter. How does this develop, then? I see. Then that dream I just had was all my memories of the past. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. I didn't die? If you were dead, you wouldn't be standing here. This isn't heaven, and it's definitely not hell either. But this isn't the real Building C either. Did you make this place? Don't ask me. I'm not sure myself. All I know for sure is that the most important thing is what's not here. Do you know what I mean? What's not here? Yeah? Huh? Just now. That's right. There's something you need to do. Do you remember what it was? I was... Okay. Gotta hurt Tomo-sane. Go protect Hasaki-chan, no matter what happens. That's right. I have to protect Hasaki, no matter what. Yeah, that's a good answer. Huh? Just now. You're the Tomo-sane that Hasaki-chan always believed in. The one I always believed in. You'll win. It's your destiny. Okay. So, alright, this is able to be skipped. So that scene doesn't change, and where is anything different? End sky. Ooh. 2? End sky 2? Huh. Up 3.0321. We could present spatially an atomic fact which contradicted the laws of physics, but not one which contradicted the laws of geometry. Okay. Tractatus Logico-Philosophicus, Ludwig Wittgenstein. Each of these endings all frickin' cite Ludwig Wittgenstein. This song, Ayana. Dots. More dots. Okay. A transparent. Okay. A transparent white? Who's talking? I guess we don't know. Dots. No, that's not it. There's no such thing as a transparent white. If it's white, then it's not transparent. So I guess it's only half transparent. But still, this isn't really half transparent. If I had to describe this, it's a transparent white. This is that. Light. Ah, light. Light? This is just light. That's right. That's it. This is light. Oh, Yuki. The sound of cicadas. Is this the rooftop? Oh, we're in Yuki's perspective? Okay. I looked around and found myself in a familiar place. It was the building A rooftop. Why? Why am I here? Mamiya Tomo-sane jumped off the roof to protect Hasaki. Oh! And then, what happened? What day is today? Right now, it should be... I looked at the clock. The date was July 20th, 2012. It's been a whole day! Mamiya Tomo-sane definitely fell from the rooftop, and before that, he received a serious knife wound in his chest. I didn't know what condition his body was in, but he couldn't possibly have gotten released from the hospital already. The fact that I was standing there was most definitely unnatural. What's going on? Did Mamiya Tomo-sane survive? No, the fact that I'm standing here, in such a strange place, means that I have to assume he's dead. Either that, or this is the world of dreams again. Or maybe this is a lucid dream. I tried pinching my cheek. Ow, that hurts. If it was a dream, even a lucid dream, I would have felt less pain than normal. Since I felt pain when I pinched my cheek, that meant that the scene unfolding before me was real. Hello. Otanashi Ayana-san. It has been a while. Has it? Hasn't it? But it's only been one day since the last time we saw each other, hasn't it? Yes. Hey, what? What happened to Mamiya Tomo-sane, anyway? Why are you asking that? Well, I'm curious. I'm just another personality that he created, after all. Then he's alive, right? What do you mean by that? Hypothesis number 1. If you are a personality that was created by Mamiya Tomo-sane, then the fact that you still exist is reason enough to believe that Mamiya Tomo-sane's body is still alive. But that doesn't make sense. Why not? Because he suffered serious wounds. He couldn't have come back here after just one day. I agree. Even if my personality did come to the surface, it'd be in a hospital bed or something. Then, hypothesis number 2, you didn't come into existence as a result of dissociative identity disorder. Your existence is a continuation of the same person who existed in the past. You have the same soul as the real Minakami Yuki.
If your soul merely came to reside in Mamiya Tomosane's body, then the reason must be... That must mean Mamiya Tomosane has died. No way! Or how about this? Hypothesis number 3. If this is a dream that you're having, then... the Otonashi Ayana standing in front of you would be just another character in your dream. That hypothesis is also fairly convincing. Now then, which explanation for the current situation do you prefer? Which do I prefer? That's not the problem at hand! Hypothesis number 4. You are just a figment of my imagination, a hallucination being produced by my brain. In other words, you don't exist. Then what about me? The person having all of these thoughts right now. I think, therefore I am, right? Those thoughts could result from my brain activity as well. One part of my brain could simply perceive itself as a separate personality. In other words, the fact that you think is not sufficient proof of your existence. You can't deny the possibility that the presently existing Minakami Yuki is actually just another personality which I created. After seeing that 3 personalities can simultaneously exist in one body, you should understand that possibility better than anyone. The fact that you can think is not sufficient proof of your existence. There's something I'd like to know. What's that? Like I was saying, what happened after everything that happened here? If you wish to know that, then you should go find out yourself. You can open the door and go out into the outside world at any time. That's all you need to do.
It was just as she said. If I felt like it, I could leave at any time. I could leave the rooftop and go see the outside world. If I did that, then I could get my wish. I could see the aftermath of everything that happened. But
if I go outside, huh? Yes. That's definitely one option, but can I ask you something? What? What day is today? July 20th, 2012. Which means that tomorrow is the first day of summer vacation. Yes, tomorrow is the first day of summer vacation.
Yesterday, a group suicide happened here. Summer vacation or no, that would make this a crime scene. And yet, looking out from the rooftop, everything looked perfectly normal. Students walking through the halls, students chatting in the classrooms, teachers lecturing their students. Everything was completely normal. This couldn't be the aftermath of such a tragedy.
What's wrong? Is that the last hypothesis you have? Do you want to hear another hypothesis? We can come up with as many explanations as you would like. It's possible to create as many different annotations for this world as you want. If that is what you wish, then we can make as many as you like. What is the end sky that Takuji-kun was talking about? That is a word which wasn't in either Kotomi-san's prophecy or the White Lotus Association's prophecy. End sky. It is just that, the sky of the end. Who gave it that name? And when? Memory. Memory? Spirit room. End sky. What? So you do remember it? I remember it? Those memories can't be right. Really? But that's really strange, isn't it? How so? But, I mean, that was a dream I saw when I got dragged into Takashima-san's suicide, right? Isn't that really strange? What's strange about it? I mean, after that, when I got involved in Takashima-san's suicide, it's like the whole sequence of events got messed up. I remember experiencing her suicide a second time after that. Hypothesis number 5. You still haven't woken from that dream. That dream? The Minakami Yuki that got dragged into Takashima Zakuro's suicide is still having that same dream at this very moment. A dream? This is a dream? No, there's no way this could be a dream. Okay, then hypothesis number 6. Your memories of the spirit room and the end sky are all false memories. The constant changes of personality cause your memories to get confused, and as a result, you just dreamed about the spirit room. Takashima Zakuro didn't actually fall on you when she jumped off the building. That was just a result of your confused memory. Then why did Takuji-kun use that same word, end sky, that appeared in my dream? You both share the same brain. It shouldn't be surprising that he knows about that. But then... The last scene you saw, are you interested in that sky?
The last thing I saw, that sky, the scene which Mamiya Takuji-kun saw at the very moment when he jumped. I felt like I knew that scene somehow.
A world which repeats from a certain point. Huh? Would you confirm it? Confirm what? Are you really Minakami Yuki-san? What are you asking me now? Isn't that what you called me yourself? Yuki-san? Who was Minakami Yuki-san? Huh? Yuki-san was a person who existed in the past. That person died in the act of saving Mamiya Hasaki. After that, she also existed as another personality that manifested in Mamiya Tomosane's body. In that case, who is the Yuki-san standing here right now? The Yuki-san that died? Or the Yuki-san who was created as another one of Mamiya Tomosane's personalities? I can't answer that question. I don't know. You don't know. That's why you asked me. A final annotation. A question for you, Yuki-san. How many Yuki-sans exist in this world? Huh? One Yuki-san was born in Sawaimura, and she died in Sawaimura. Another one was created as one of Mamiya Tomosane's personalities, and then one more Yuki-san exists who is standing here, talking to me. That is the problem. How many Minakami Yuki-sans came before you? I don't know. Wait, I'm me. There aren't any others. The Yuki-san that died in Sawaimura, the Yuki-san inside Tomosane-kun, and the Yuki-san here now are all the same. Then what about the other Yuki-sans that might exist? The other copies of me that might exist? Yes, the Yuki-sans that existed as other personalities. Would they be you as well, Yuki-san? I don't know. Were there really that many of me? But the reality is that you weren't just one person. The Yuki-san that was caught up in Takashima Zakuro's suicide, the Yuki-san that died in Sawaimura, the Yuki-san that was created by Tomosane-kun, and the Yuki-san that is right here. I don't know! I'm just me! The scene you saw in the spirit room, the end sky. When did that scene happen? What dream are they even talking about? Scene? At that moment, strangely enough, I remembered the expiration date on a bag of potato chips I found in that attraction. Oh, whoa. Oh. Down the Rabbit Hole 1 is a dream? Huh. I mean, sure, why not? I remembered the date on the calendar on the wall. I didn't at all understand what it meant, but somehow I remembered that date. I didn't know whether those words had any meaning. The only thing that particularly stood out in my mind was the date. The final annotation that I could give you. Hypothesis number 7. Every existence was created by one soul. What do you mean? If all of the different Yuki-sans that existed really were Yuki-san, then the world doesn't require very many souls to exist. If a single soul viewed every perspective, that would be enough. Oh. She is fucking mutilating the fourth wall right now. I don't understand what you're saying. That's Takashima Zakuro, Mamiya Tomosane, and Mamiya Takuji. Even Mamiya Hasaki, Wakatsuki Kagami, and Wakatsuki Tsukasa. A single soul saw each and every one of those scenes. No, there wasn't ever a chapter with Kagami and Tsukasa, but I guess technically there was, because there was one for Hasaki. That'd be too strange. The time overlaps. If you're going to say that, then you have to consider that the Yuki-san who was caught up in Takashima Zakuro's suicide, Takashima Zakuro-san's suicide, existed at the same time as the Yuki-san who was not caught up in her suicide. Ah, yeah. Okay. Ubiquitous transmigration. Ubiquitous transmigration? The endless reincarnation of a single soul. Beyond the pale of time and space, the soul reincarnates endlessly. If that was possible, then the entire world wouldn't need more than one soul. The world is created through the endless transmigration of just one soul. It would be more unnatural for every living organism to have its own soul. The number of organisms is different in every moment. There would always be too many or too few souls for all the living organisms in the world. So if the number of souls is just one, reincarnation would be the most suitable answer. If one soul lives in all of life, then there is no problem. That's ridiculous! Is it? This explanation could solve a great number of the world's mysteries. Like what? Why are people able to understand each other? If every person is a different existence with a different perspective, if every person has a different world, then how do people understand each other? You can't explain it. If they both see the color red, how do they know that they're both seeing the same red color? Tomasane-kun talked about a thought experiment, where one person might see the world through glasses that mirrored the world left to right and top to bottom. I can understand that I am seeing the same world as other people because there is a consistency with the world that other people see. But where does that understanding come from? How can you say that the sensations of sight, sound, touch, smell, and taste, which I feel, are the same as those which others feel? For instance, pain. How do I understand another person's pain? From their expression or behavior. You can listen to the words they're saying too. That doesn't make for a sufficient explanation. In that case, the pain which I understand could be different than the pain which he or she is feeling. Then you have to use your imagination. Imagination. In other words, you can feel another person's pain by imagining that they feel the same pain that you do. Then let's suppose that I feel pain in this arm, and then I move that pain to my fingertips. Then I move the pain from my fingertips to the ground when I touch it with my fingertips. Then at that moment, I should feel pain in the ground. Then I move that pain from the ground into your leg. That's how I would move the pain I feel from my body to another person so that I could feel their pain. That's the only way you could imagine another person's pain. That pain could be attributed to the ground, the clothes you wear, or even a book or desk. If you simply attribute pain to another thing through your imagination, then it holds no more meaning than pain attributed to a book or a desk. I can base my understanding in the pain which I can feel, but I have to use my imagination to feel pain which I cannot feel. That argument comes from the philosopher Wittgenstein, doesn't it? To feel another person's pain is not the same thing as using your imagination to breathe. To move the pain from your body to another person's body. You know the answer, but you're playing dumb. Why does pain hold the same meaning for both you and another person? I see. So you're trying to say that every person is just another me, right? Yes, that is hypothesis number 7. Every single person is me, including the miserable wretch and the beautiful girl. Both the young man who becomes a bully and the young man who is bullied. The pathetic, the filthy, the beautiful, and the proud. All of them are me. The entire world is made up of me. That's why I can understand you. I understand your pain. I understand your sadness. I understand your happiness. The world has an infinite number of me.
That just kind of feels like the world works the way it does because I'm a narcissist. Like,
that's a really grotesque theory, isn't it? But hypothesis number 7 would explain everything. It would explain everything which you felt was incomprehensible in this world.
But then it's also a contradiction, I suppose, if it's based in narcissism, because it's also simultaneously based in empathy, because everything would be you. That's weird. Fucking hell, what the?
It's not the only explanation. There are plenty of explanations that would explain it. God created the world as it is 5 minutes ago. Martians came to Earth and messed with the memory of everyone on Earth. You can come up with as many ridiculous explanations as you want. But those are all places whereof we cannot speak. So what then? What does it mean if hypothesis number 7 is correct? Did the first soul come into existence when the world's first life form was born? Or did it all come from some kind of special place in time or space? Did everything originate from a certain point like that? It could be said to start from any point you wish. For instance, maybe it started at the moment of Takashima Zakuro-san's suicide, the ubiquitous transmigration of souls. Living through the same world over and over as different versions of me. So you mean she might have lived through a different future? Or perhaps it was on that summer day when Yuki-san died in Sawamura when the soul began its ubiquitous transmigration. Or perhaps it was a mysterious point in the past which you don't remember. Perhaps everything began at one point when the end sky appeared. The ubiquitous transmigration of souls. When the end sky appeared? What do you mean? Is there such a point? It's just a hypothesis. That is one more possibility which you could imagine. A certain point, a day which was called the end of the world. Even though the world ended at that point, the soul continues to make the world loop time and time again, as if it still existed. What kind of hypothesis is that? It's just an annotation. It's just one more kind of explanation which we could come up with. I don't know whether you prefer that explanation over the last. If I prefer it?
Nope. I closed my eyes. Maybe the world ended a long time ago, in the distant past. The soul which I call me, feel like it must have taken these same actions millions or billions of times already. Maybe I acted the role of every single one of the world's souls. At times I'm Minakami Yuki. At times I'm Mamiya Takuji. At times I'm Yuki Tomosane. At times I'm Takashima Zakuro. At times I'm Mamiya Hasaki. At times I'm Wakatsuki Kagami. At times I'm Wakatsuki Tsukasa. Huh. That would be strange? Are they explaining shit by being like, oh yeah, fourth wall, gone. You've seen every single one of these characters' perspectives. Hella technically, because you didn't technically see Kagami's or Tsukasa's, except you technically did. And, once again, I feel as if I'm doing it all for the first time. Well, it doesn't really matter either way. Now, that's it. The sky. It's the sky. I can see the sky. Why is the sky blue? And why do we sense that it is blue? Well, right now it is actually blue. Okay. The end of the sky. The blue of the sky. It must be, probably. Where does the sky lead to? It must lead to the skies of all the rest of the world. Which means that this sky leads to the end sky. No, they're not connected. Because, after all, that is something which must not be true. But, is that true? Oh, a voice called out to me from somewhere. Oh, the voice of a classmate was calling out to me. I turned around. Huh? Are we in Ayana's perspective right now? I mean, I guess we would have to be. What? Miu. Hi. I was just talking about you earlier this episode. Okay. Otanashi Ayana-san. Hello. Jeez, I was looking for you. Gosh, why are you alone here? The graduation ceremony is starting. It's starting. That's right, it's starting right now. What is it? It all just ended, and now we're starting again? Huh? No, never mind. Let's go. Let's go to that point where it all begins. Okay. What's with the creepy fucking Metroid factory music? So, I was just talking about Miu earlier this episode, just being like, she is most definitely, just an extra character, and then it's just like, nope, she can talk to Ayana. Because I still don't think Ayana is truly, like, a human. So what does that mean about Miu? Like, cursed life, blessed life. What exactly does that mean? Credits? Yeah? That's weird. What does that even mean? That was interesting, but like, what the fuck? Like, the stuff with Yuki and Ayana, I can understand all that in the context of the game. At least, sorta. I can try to. But, Miu. Okay. I don't understand that, but whatever. And now a cat's drowning. Awesome. So is that the end, then? Well, no, there's more in frickin'... I gotta click on Jabberwocky 2 again when the credits are over, so... I don't know how I feel about that ending. It doesn't feel conclusive. Like, on its own at least, it doesn't feel conclusive. Like Hill of Sunflowers or Wonderful Everyday did. But as far as the whole context of the game, it does feel conclusive. I should have known this game would end with another mindfuck. Because I can't even comprehend, like, Miu there. So she can talk to Ayana. So then what does that mean? Alright, so then, from what I can gather, Ayana is more than likely supposed to be, like, a projection of the reader? Maybe? Because, like she was saying, at times I'm all of these different characters whose perspectives the player has seen. So does that mean we've been kind of seeing the world through Ayana's eyes the whole time? That would make sense. But simultaneously, it's sort of weird. Because... well, actually, I can't think of a reason why. Well, either way, it's still super weird. Oh, I guess now's a good time to say something that I forgot about, that I just remembered. In the full HD version of this game, which I think is not translated in English, well, I'd assume it's not, because that was sold, there's an extra chapter in it called something about, like, knocking on God's door or something like that. Which is, like, an exclusive chapter to it that was never translated, because it's, I guess, only in that version of the game. Which is supposed to be like an epilogue in the future of Yuki and Tomosane talking to each other. Which sounds interesting. But simultaneously, I'm not sure what the fuck they would talk about other than more philosophy. Like, I don't know. Maybe if it ever gets an English translation, I might check it out, because I don't think that wouldn't be a terribly long series. It could kind of be an addendum to this one. How I could just add it to this playlist, even. Wonderful Everyday. So, is there more text? Finn. So that is the end. But then what changes in Jabberwocky 2? Okay, let's see. Do I have to skip through it, or... guess we'll see. Nope, it's playing Ayana's fucking music. Hi. Okay. What's up? Oh. I'll just say this in your voice, even though it does not look like you're talking.
I am the one called Otonashi Ayana. This place is just one boundary. It is a place where a soul can repeat its journeys as many times as it wishes. The world will change depending on the choice you make here. This is a question from me, Minakami Yuki-san, Mamiya Hasaki-san, and the End Sky. Or perhaps you have yet to awaken from the dream. Where is the place you call now?
Oh, what? Still dreaming? Oh. Huh. Is this like an ending selection then? So whichever one you pick here, it goes to that. So what's still dreaming then? Oh, creepy eyes.
The world which you will soon see is your world too. Let's go to another beginning.
No? Where are we going? Sunflowers. Oh, we have our pockets full. Okay. Phantasms of our brains. Dream fancies blown into soap bubbles. Oh, it's this. Okay. Come, take it. My dog is barking. And change. Feigned love words into true. The text is going super slow. Can I speed it up by clicking? I breathe my sighs and moans haphazard-wise. Okay, I call all these wandering lovebirds home to nest. Come, take it. You'll see that I was in these lettered lines. Eloquent all the more, the less sincere. Take it and make an end. My dog's going absolutely ballistic for no reason. Okay. So what does that mean? A Friday afternoon. Oh. They're the final hours of the week, and because of that, the busiest. I was on a rooftop that overlooked the station crowded with people. Wait, hold on. Are we at the beginning? Yeah, we are. Okay, are we in Down the Rabbit Hole 1 or 2 then? Okay, hold on. I don't want to skip too much, because if it's Down the Rabbit Hole 1, then I'm gonna get hella fucked over. Yeah, it's probably 1. Okay. Why did it send me to Down the Rabbit Hole 1? That's interesting. Alright. Shut up. Get me out of here. Title screen. Okay. So we're done. That took less time than I thought. But... Oh, hi! Oh, that's funny. Oh, what the... Oh, that's what all these random extra cracks were. Oh! You sly dog, video game. So I can go straight to any of those from here. Wow. But you couldn't make an extra shard to split Down the Rabbit Hole 1 and 2? Weird. Alright. Well, that's interesting. So I guess that means that's it for the series. I guess... General final thoughts, because I've given my thoughts on stuff in this game a number of times throughout it. I guess we'll kind of run through each chapter and how much I liked them. I guess I'll start with my least favorite one, which this is probably going to be a pretty unpopular choice, but keep in mind the context with which I am experiencing this game, which is doing it as a YouTube series. It's my own invention. Don't get me wrong, I liked it. Very hard to get through. Very difficult. It's got easily the most disgusting content in it. It's got the lowest lows, story-wise, too. It's an interesting chapter, don't get me wrong. I still think it's good. But simultaneously, it's like... Just the way with which I'm experiencing this game, yeah. And it does not have nearly as many high points as the rest of the game does. So, yeah, I would have to say It's My Own Invention is probably my least favorite chapter. Then, it's actually a tough choice between Down the Rabbit Hole 1 and Which Dreamed It. Because Which Dreamed It? Actually, you know what? Yeah, it's not a hard choice at all. Down the Rabbit Hole 1. Not because it's bad again. None of the chapters are bad, okay? This one's just my least favorite. Down the Rabbit Hole 1 would be second. I'm not gonna rank these, because they're part of Jabberwocky 2. Down the Rabbit Hole 1. Now I at least finally sort of
understand what the purpose of it is, in that it is a dream that Yuki experienced at some random point in time, but simultaneously, it makes no goddamn diddly sense, which is probably the point because it's a dream, but still. And then, ironically, the chapter called Which Dreamed It, which is not about dreaming, but regardless, would probably be my third least favorite. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is fifth. Yeah, fifth. Which Dreamed It is good. It introduces a lot of story elements that are expanded on in Jabberwocky 2. And I think it does a very good job of continuing the trend from its predecessor of completely changing your perception of the game. Like, I'm pretty sure this is the chapter where it was revealed that Tomo-sane is the original personality of who we were first introduced to as Takuji. And Takuji was Hasaki's twin who died. And then it also creates the questions of, like, what about Yuki and stuff like that. So, it's a good chapter as far as story twists go. Otherwise, nothing much happens. So, yeah, it's a pretty short chapter. It really just kind of explains that one pretty big twist in the plot, which is important. And then the Kagami H scene from It's My Own Invention. That's really all it does otherwise, which is fine. Don't get me wrong. For the length that it is, yeah. That's pretty good. But still, I'd say the others are better than it. Next, it's another tough one, because the top 4 are all pretty good. I guess I would say Looking Glass Insects, because it's like, Looking Glass Insects is also good. But I feel like, I don't know, after these 3 chapters, I feel like looking back at Looking Glass Insects, it just feels a lot more insignificant story-wise. Like, it does kind of throw a wrench at the idea of Takuji, Yuki, and Tomo-sane. It definitely makes you think about, like, why those 3? Why does Zakuro perceive all 3 of them as the same person? Except that's not at all how it is. It's that those 3 perceive each other as different people, except only Takuji and new Yuki do. So, yeah, not to mention Looking Glass Insects was also a pretty hard chapter to get through, as far as censoring goes, just like It's My Own Invention. So, yeah, that's something else holding it back. Then I would have to say Down the Rabbit Hole 2, because it's short, pretty short, not as short as Which Dreamed It, or even Jabberwocky 2, for that matter, but it's still pretty short. It's interesting, it's a good hook. It is a very good hook into the game, but appropriately, it is not the best chapter in the game. It was my favorite up to the point of, like, by the time I got to the end of Looking Glass Insects, I was probably like, okay, yeah, Down the Rabbit Hole 2, Looking Glass Insects, and then, like, Down the Rabbit Hole 1 and It's My Own Invention. I was probably thinking between those 2, so yeah. And then my favorites are Jabberwocky and Jabberwocky 2. I think I like, overall, Jabberwocky more than Jabberwocky 2, for the simple fact that Jabberwocky gives that twist of dissociative identity disorder regarding Takuji, Tomo-sane, and Yuki. And it completely changes my perception of the game. Also, with the Wakatsuki twins and Hasaki, that also completely changes my perception of the game. Which Dreamed It did that a little bit. Jabberwocky exploded the fucking lid off the game and revealed so much. Jabberwocky 2 is just really good in general. Kind of like Down the Rabbit Hole 2. But, you know, just better. I'm not saying it's just like Down the Rabbit Hole 2. I'm saying, like, it is a very, very good chapter. It reveals parts of the story. Like, it doesn't really reveal anything new. It just shows all the things that you've been told happened. And then the epilogue. For better or worse. And then, yeah, Jabberwocky.
The only things in Jabberwocky that I don't really like are the stuff with Haseki on the Wonderful Everyday route, so yeah, but I think that we can set that aside and just pretend it doesn't fucking happen because it shouldn't have happened. So, yeah. As far as the 3 endings go, I think I like Hill of Sunflowers the best, and Wonderful Everyday the least. All 3 of them are good, but I feel like, everything considered, Hill of Sunflowers is just cute and fluffy, End Sky 2 is very thought-provoking, and Wonderful Everyday is too, but not as much as End Sky 2, so yeah, that's kind of my whole basis for that. Again, I'm not going to rank those 3 compared to the rest, because they're not their own separate chapters. They are endings to Jabberwocky 2, endings to the game in general, so yeah. I guess with all that being said, we're at the end of the series. It's been a wild ride, guys, but I enjoyed it. Even though censoring was definitely very eye-opening to me, just being like, wow, I am lazy, aren't I? It doesn't help that my editing software is poo-poo garbage, so it makes censoring really difficult. I click wrong and it opens up some weird audio tab, and it's like, I'm trying to scale an image, thank you. And for some reason, I can't have 4 images on screen at once. I don't know. I can't pan shit. I can't zoom shit. I can't crop shit. I can only put shit on there and rotate it. Like, I can't even add shapes. I've been using the same, like, black screen the whole time. So, yeah, I had the idea of being like, what if I censor stuff with funny images? But then I'm like, I don't know. That's just kind of stupid. It's just like, I don't think you guys want to see fucking, like, in the background, Kagami getting impaled with a wooden table, and then it's just, like, censored by Raphael from Three Houses. That'd just be fucking stupid. It'd be funny to me, but it'd probably be off-putting to other people, just being like, why is there this random blonde dude censoring the age scene? This is weird, and I don't understand. But, yeah. Hoo boy, I don't think I'm going to do another very, very long visual novel again for a while, because there's been a few that I've been suggested to do in the past, even recently. One that comes to mind is, like, Ever 12. I was suggested to do the Chaos games, Dies Irae, which I think Sobata did, and he went for, like, 80 or so episodes, I think. So, yeah, that's even longer than Umineko. Well, Umineko as a whole took me longer than 80 episodes, but yeah. I don't think I'm going to do another super long visual novel, especially with Persona 4 Golden going on right now, because that'll probably be going on for most of the rest of the year. Might be over by November, if I had to guess, but it depends on how long it is compared to Persona 5. So, yeah, note I say very long visual novels. And I say visual novels, too. If it's like a hybrid or something, yeah. Because, like, if the next part of Your Turn to Die comes out, I'm going to let's play it. No shit. Like, because I love that game. So, yeah, as for what series is going to be next, again, remember, I said I'm not doing a super long visual novel. So, the next game I'm going to be doing, following with the same reasons why I'm doing a Let's Play of The World Ends With You, I'm going to be doing a Let's Play of the first chapter of Higurashi. Just the first chapter for now. I'm not going to go back to back with chapters. They're all technically different games, and I only have the first one right now, so yeah. I'm doing it mostly because of the anime coming out in October. I want to get kind of a refresher, experience the source material before I watch the anime. So yeah. I probably won't be able to finish it by the time that the anime starts because, well, no, maybe I could. It depends on how many episodes it is. If it's like 13 or less, I could probably get it done because this is going up on the 5th. And that's also assuming I don't ever miss an episode. So, yeah. But yeah, I'm going to be doing the first chapter of Higurashi. The game itself has a longer title than that. It's like Higurashi When They Cry Ho. Chapter 1, Onikakushi, or something like that. But I don't know. Either way, I'm looking forward to doing that because the last time I experienced Higurashi was when I read the manga for the first arc, which was very good as far as I'm concerned. I feel like Higurashi compared to Umineko has had better adaptations overall. Like, the Umineko manga is a good adaptation, but the anime obviously wasn't. But Higurashi has at least a passable adaptation as far as its anime goes. Hopefully the one coming out next month will be even better. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that, and I hope you guys are looking forward to the Let's Play. I know I am. So yeah, that's gonna be it for Wonderful Everyday. This series was very fun, guys. I suppose I should say it was wonderful. Maybe not every episode, but the game's called Wonderful Every Day, not Wonderful Every Episode, you know? So yeah, that's gonna be it for this series, guys. If you liked it, then be sure to press the like button. And if you didn't like it, then fuck you too. Remember to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all my videos and stuff. And as always, my name is Godzi, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye!